the goddamn button? Push the goddamn button!
This is horrifying. The Netflix trend just took a tragic turn for a woman named Sarah. She posted this video on July 11th with the text, "Preparing for when Netflix drops a documentary about my soon-to-be ex-husband, who I just found out is a pedophile." Now Sarah and that soon-to-be ex-husband are gone. The man she was speaking about in that post went by Duff Daddy 1 on TikTok, but his government name is Jeremiah Duffy, but he typically went by Sean Duffy. There are people stating that they were building a case against him because he was a basketball coach and he was caught making out with a 14-year-old basketball player by another coach. That happened in June, and immediately Sarah filed for a protective order. Unfortunately, that protective order was not enough. Reports are now coming out that at about 11:15 p.m. on Thursday, July 23rd, Sarah's son called 911, and when police arrived, they found Sarah and Sean Duffy no longer alive from gunshot wounds. It is being reported that he broke into the house, took Sarah's life, and then took his own life.
My heart goes out to the family. The community is always, you never like stories like this. This is some of the most cowardly, disgusting acts that we can ever discuss on this internet. I'm so over it. I'm so over the abuse. I'm so over these men crashing out and not taking accountability for choices and decisions that they make. You got caught up doing what you know was absolutely disgusting. But you spent a large majority of your life putting your pants on, taking your pants off, going into different spaces, presenting yourself to be such a bravado type of guy, man's man, all that. But you, when it came down to standing in the fire for making a man's decision, or should I say a soulless, demonic creature's decision, you couldn't do that, huh? I'll say this. The irony about the abuse, the whole setup, is that while you think you're escaping accountability, all you actually did was run into it. You ran right into something that you can't escape from. I know a lot of women, when they saw this, their heart dropped. It made them feel more reaffirmed in the controlling nature of a lot of men. And there are a lot of men like that out here in the world. On the behalf of the real solid brothers, we do not condone that. We do not side with that. You don't want to be with somebody that makes you go off the rocker like that. Like, I'm talking about men who are overly controlling, possessive, etc. Like, if you do that type of shit to keep a woman there, you got issues you need help with. Putting your hands on them, being mentally abusive, all that, we don't do that over here. If she ain't reciprocal of what you offer, she ain't for it. We walk away and leave. We don't beat their ass and throw them through the wall and all that shit. You prey on kids, put your hands on your spouse, and then you had the nerve to be upset that she put a restraining order on you, that she was fearful of her life. In any other circumstances, with false allegations and just that's one thing. This right here is concrete. You were a piece of shit. And it's men like you that make it harder to get in a space with women where we can actually grow together with healthy mindsets and a healthy appetite. She should still be here. I wouldn't have done this though. The Netflix trend stuff. Nah. You got it documented. You know you're in danger. To me, I wish she would have went and stayed with family and or friends. She wouldn't have stayed where she was, knowing what type of unstable creature she was dealing with. Nah, you don't want to leave your house. You shouldn't have to, but you know what you're getting yourself into. You shouldn't have stayed there. We got to do better as a whole, men and women. I keep telling you, we live next door to monsters, man. You don't know these people. You think you do. You think you know your friends and your family. You don't really know them like that, man. Not like you think you do. And if you already have documented history that suggests that they ass need to be locked away or they need to be monitored or you got to have surveillance, then we need to stop ignoring it. We need to stop ignoring the conversations that our people have with us when they tell us something is wrong. We need to stop ignoring the red flags when they see them. We got to stop being so quick to get involved with people without actually knowing what we're dealing with. I pray she's with God, resting in his arm. That brother, I know the people here and in certain spaces, you would have preferred him to go to jail, but he's right where he needs to be at. I guarantee you he is. He can't argue his way out of that. There's no judge or jury that's going to listen to his testimony where he's at. So he thought he was getting away with something. No. And you could tell he has some demonic in him, because for you to be preying on children and to be a abusive person, that is not normal. There's nothing righteous or holy about that. You allow the enemy to take over your being and drag you into hell, bro. And nobody feels sorry for you. I kind of do. Only because hell is not a place nobody should want to go. But that's a decision that you got to deal with it over and over and over again. Again, my heart goes out to the family. Ladies, please, man, be more careful. If you got to leave and pack up your shit and go somewhere, I don't give a damn if you paid rent and you did this, your safety is on the line. A lot of these dudes is unstable as hell. Don't put your shit in jeopardy because your pride and your ego won't allow you to go somewhere else. You got too much to live for.